Like, she is a really incredible human being. And, you know, the more I get to know her, I just see how dynamic she is as a person, how intelligent, how selfless she is.
Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave those to Jennifer.
But to be honest, the pattern I found myself in and what was called love addiction, who my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and it's that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling.
Y'all better come get in this drama, cause Common really played himself when it came to Tiffany Haddish. Baby, he ran after her, locked her down, then tossed her to the side like she ain't mean a thing, just to hop on to the next chick with the quickness. And she still got all the smoke for how he did her. Tiffany is completely over him pulling up on talk shows, talking about he a changed man, booed up with Jennifer Hudson, and walking around like he is some kind of prize. She had nothing but bad things to say about that man.
Girl, he never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave those to Jennifer.
Ever since Jennifer Hudson and Common made their situation official last year, they have been giving us nothing but a whole lot of we in love energy. Well, at least on the surface. He pulled up to her talk show with a bouquet like he was really doing something, and they were out here looking real cozy, real cuddly. This man who stays hopping from one woman to the next even had the nerve to say if he ever left the streets and got married, J. Hud would be the one he'd settle down with. And in his own words, she gotta have an EGOT, just like Jennifer Hudson does. An Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Heard you been even out there talking about marriage, Karen. What's that about? I mean, I just happened to notice that.
I was asked about marriage.
Yes.
And I just answered honestly. I said, you know what? You told me a quote that your mother said, a man knows what he wants. And I was saying my true feelings about, listen, Jennifer is the person, if I should be married, it will be to Jennifer Kate Hudson. I was just being honest.
He was spoiling her with gifts, attention, and all these sweet words. Baby, that man is sprung. But for Tiffany, this the same playbook he ran on her and the little love game he played with Jennifer Hudson? Yeah, that ain't gonna end well.
He might be the type of person that never really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower.
Tiffany is still really torn up over how her and Common's relationship ended and how folks switched up on him so quickly since he got with Jennifer. Now it's like everybody and their mama cheering for this man, just waiting on him to drop to one knee, while acting like he ain't Tiffany and all his exes dirty. Common got a habit of locking down whoever got the most heat at the moment, and Tiffany was still on fire career-wise when they met in 2018. He first laid eyes on her at an Oscars event while he was hosting, then later slid in and tried his luck.
Tiffany shut me down on live TV.
I ain't shut you down. I'm just saying you gotta work for it, bud. That's all. You can't just have them
You quickly, I didn't even get to say nothing. You told me you got your eyes on something else.
Okay, give us your best line, Common.
Yo, she is a princess, she a queen, and I just want to be able to explore and learn everything she needs so I can give her everything she wants as a princess.
But Tiffany wasn't really checking for him like that and brushed off all his little advances, at least until they worked on a movie together in 2019. She was the leading lady in the kitchen, and Common, yeah, he played her love interest, and you already know the saying, if the chemistry hitting on camera, best believe it's turned all the way up when the cameras ain't rolling. Okay, I mean, Common really put in work to get at Tiffany. Flowers, fancy dates. He was laying it on thick, giving her all the signs that he was serious and ready to lock it down.
She's a wonderful woman, a queen, and just a beautiful person, man. I just care for her a lot, enjoy her, and am grateful to have her in my life. So yeah, I'm happy.
And when they finally made it official, Tiffany was over the moon. You ain't even have to ask. Her whole vibe showed she was happy and thought she had finally found her person. But what she didn't realize was that Common had mastered that therapy talk just enough to make her feel safe, like she could really put her trust in him. He was all in, helping her shave her head, giving her notes on her jokes, talking things out whenever they had a disagreement. This was her first time dating a celebrity, and she swore up and down it was the healthiest relationship she ever had. And truth be told, Common was looking real happy too. Everything seemed solid.
Like, she is a really incredible human being. And you know, the more I get to know her, I just see how dynamic she is as a person, how intelligent, how selfless she is.
Tiffany was so deep in love, she straight up said she was ready for him to put a ring on it. And not just that, she wanted him to seal the deal with an apartment. She was all in, ready to settle down. And with the way Common used to talk about her in interviews, Tiffany really believed they were on the same page about making it official.
He was just persistent. He was persistent. Like, I love his art, what he does, but he wasn't necessarily, not necessarily all the way my type. But he grew on me.
He grew on you? Okay.
He showed me dear self. Even if he can't tell if something is a joke or not, he asked.
He'll just be like, are you kidding?
A joke? Are you serious? I can't tell. Let me know. Like, and we have real conversations about things, and I don't feel like, you know how sometimes you be in a relationship with a dude and you're like afraid to talk to him about a certain thing because you don't know how is he gonna blow up and start screaming and yelling, or is he gonna think you're doing something you ain't got no business, when it's like a genuine concern for you. But with him, like, I'll bring up something that's a genuine concern for me and he's like, all right, let's pause. Let me think about that for a second. Then he expresses how he feels.
But Common, he switched up and outgrew the relationship. At least, that's what he tried to say. Then he hit her with that tired excuse about busy schedules and all that nonsense, acting like the breakup was some mutual decision.
Come to the understanding and we came to the understanding it was a mutual thing, essentially, that we came to the understanding that, like, this is what's gonna be best, like, for us to still continue to love each other and be there for each other, is to not be in a romantic relationship, because we won't be able to get to that.
Tiffany didn't try to hear none of that and straight up called him out for lying, because ain't nothing mutual about how they broke up. Sis was at home, loving her man, waiting on that ring, and boom, he hit her up out the blue tom bout, I'm done. Then he ran to the media like he was some stand-up dude. She even said he hit her with the whole, it was more him saying, I think the relationship has run its course. And I was like, okay, like, you gonna be a 50-year-old single man? Okay, no warning, no conversation about him being unhappy. Nothing. And if he was really feeling some type of way, the least he could have done was meet up and say it to her face. Tiffany felt like he started pulling back after she mentioned wanting to adopt kids, but Common never once said that wasn't something he wanted. And the real kicker? He ain't even told her he was gonna be out here announcing the breakup to the press. Sis had to find out through her publicist, like, wait, what's going on? Then, when he did tell the media, he switched up the whole story from what he told her. And yeah, that rubbed our girl all the way wrong. But we have seen this movie before. Common, he stays running from commitment. He dated some of the baddest, most successful women in the game. Erykah Badu, Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Angela Rye, and somehow every relationship crashed right when things got serious. And guess what? Even Common himself knew he had a problem. He straight up admitted, the pattern I found myself in was what my therapist called love addiction. He said he got hooked on that honeymoon phase feeling, and once it faded, he was out of there. And just so we are clear, he said he was addicted to love, not just the physical. It was all about the chase and the rush of something new. Then, when things got too real, he'd up and leave. Honestly, it's wild he's still hanging on with Jennifer Hudson.
But to be honest, the pattern I found myself in and what was called love addiction, who my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and it's that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling.
And baby, Tiffany is all up in her feelings over this. From the jump, she had that little voice in her head telling her not to do it, that Common wasn't the right one. But the way he was applying pressure, showering her with love bombs and chasing her down, she ignored her gut and gave in. And now, folks out here saying he trying to run the same game on Jennifer Hudson, calling her the best thing that ever happened to him, and talking about he ready to settle down. But these same sweet nothings he was whispering to Tiffany, trying to get her to trust him. Tiffany even threw shade at him with cryptic posts about men only deciding to settle down when they basically got one foot in the nursing home. And honestly, it's looking like Common gonna be one of those men who only get married to an in-house nurse. He straight up admitted he loves the feeling of being in love, but doesn't want to put in the work for real commitment. And trust me, the internet already sees the writing on the wall. This ship is sinking. Let's just hope J. Hud got a vest in a lifeboat. His name is Common for a reason, because it's common for him to jump from an ex to the next. Common is the male male version of Jennifer Lopez. Always have to be in a relationship and can never be single. I think he only continued pursuing Tiffany because she rejected him and his ego couldn't take that. Once he got her, it wasn't exciting anymore. But what y'all think about how Common did Tiffany? And be real, y'all really think he gonna settle down with Jennifer Hudson? Sound off in the comments, make sure you like and subscribe. And baby, I'll see y'all in the next video.